Hello guys, I decided to make a video about Genji animation cancels, and we're gonna start from the easy and simple to the complex and situational, but sometimes effective. So let's jump right into it. Okay, so the basic animation cancel for Genji is with his right click and melee, and is pretty useful because it's his burst damage, and it does above 100 plus damage, and it goes like this, and it goes like this on a target. See how much damage it does? It does a lot of damage. So it's really useful. Okay, so in order to do the right click melee combo, you basically have to press them almost at the same time, but the right click should be a little bit faster. And by a little bit, I mean a very little bit. And the reason is, if you press them exactly at the same time, just the melee is gonna go like this. I'm pressing right click while doing that, and only the melee goes off. See, I just timed it perfectly this time and it went off. So yeah, you have to time it, and if you don't know how to time it yet, I recommend going to practice range. If you do it like 10 times, you will just get used to it, and you will use it a lot in your games. So I recommend going to practice range after watching this video and trying everything that I'm telling you. Okay guys, so let's start off with the reload cancellation. The first thing you should know about reload cancellation is when you can actually cancel it, and it's pretty simple. You just look at your ammo. When you reload and it turns 24, you can actually cancel the extra frames. Okay, so let's start off with the basic melee cancellation. You just reload 24 melee. It's pretty simple. Reload 24 melee. That's it. Okay, so the next reload cancellation is gonna be wall climb. And wall climb is pretty simple, just like the melee. Reload 24 and wall climb. The third reload cancellation is also pretty easy with the deflect. You can just reload 24 and then deflect. It's pretty simple. Okay, so the fourth animation cancel for reload is basically with the dash. You just reload 24 and then dash away.
Double kill.
Okay, so talking about the deflect can only be cancelled using wall climb, but it can be useful. For example, in this case, your enemy is low HP, you already activated deflect, you wall climb, and you shoot them. They will not expect that damage coming that fast from you, and it's pretty useful. The ghost dash, and the ghost dash is not very useful, but it looks cool, so let's talk about it a bit. The ghost dash is basically you dashing twice, knowing that your target is low HP, and you can dash in various ways. You can dash like straight, like this, or you can dash 180 like this. What I do recommend about using the ghost dash, you can actually get the high ground pretty fast. For example, I wanna get up there and I wanna secure this target, so I can just do this. The enemies will basically be here and they will be like, where the hell is the Genji? So I think it's pretty useful in that case. Okay, so let's talk about Genji's ultimate. If you are not damage boosted or you're not getting any help from your team, I do not recommend going for Q, shift, slash, slash. I do not recommend that at all, because it's the easiest way to get countered as Genji. What I do recommend on the other hand is slash dash slash, which is basically gonna look like this. It's the fastest way to actually do damage, and it's way harder to actually get killed. Okay guys, so there is an animation cancel where you can right click and cancel it with activating your blade, and it's gonna do above 200 plus damage if you slash dash right after. and it is gonna look like this. Okay, so we all know that this animation where you put the Dragon Blade back to its place is pretty awkward in the middle of a fight and can get you killed pretty easily. Okay, so in order to cancel the blade and not get into this awkward animation, you can just dash and do damage instead. And you just basically have to wait till the end. Like this. You just dash afterwards and it cancels and you don't get into an awkward spot. Okay, so this is a very situational animation cancel that you can do. After cancelling your blade with a dash, you can actually melee to do above 200 damage. And you can one-shot a 2 HP target with it. For example, it's gonna look like this. Just wait till the very end. Slash dash and melee. It can be very useful if the target is very close to you. Combo. Also, if you use the right click melee combo and you hit all of the shurikens in the enemy's head, they're gonna be left with this much HP. And this is huge because this is almost a one shot. Speaking about one-shotting people, you can one-shot people with this combo. And this combo is not that easy to pull off, but I'm gonna explain to you how to pull it off. Okay, so basically you learned the right click melee combo from the past clip, but now you gotta do it with a dash. And doing it with a dash is not that easy because you have to dash perfectly at the dash range to get 3 shurikens in the bot's head or the enemy's head. Like this. That's why it's situational, but it's very useful. Even if you don't hit all of your shurikens, you do that much of damage, and it's very respectable. Okay guys, so let's talk about Genji's dash hitbox. A lot of people don't actually know this, but you can actually dash near the target and still do damage, like almost a meter in game near the target, and you will still do damage like this. And you can do it from the other side as well, like this. You can actually do it above as well, like this. Also, you can damage enemies without going through them with your dash. You can just exactly sit in front of them and do the 50 damage, like this. Also, this can be very useful if the enemies are looking the other way. You can just dash exactly behind them, do the 50 damage, and then do your burst damage. Okay guys, this is gonna be the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you learned something new from it. I am planning to make a Genji tip versus every hero, and I might feature one of the top 500 Genjis. Let me know in the comments if you enjoy this idea and if you would like me to do it as fast as possible. And as always, if you have any questions for me, you can join my Discord. The link is gonna be in the description. See you guys in the next video.